Woman to woman, let's talk about something a lot of people learn the hard way. You should not have to convince someone to value you, not through over explaining, not through over giving, not through constantly proving your worth. Real value does not need to be begged for. And yet, a lot of women exhaust themselves trying to be understood, appreciated, or chosen by people who already benefit from misunderstanding them. That's the painful part. Because when you care deeply, it's easy to believe that if you just communicate better, love harder, become softer, become more patient, eventually the other person will finally see your value. But woman to woman, people usually see your value early. The difference is whether they choose to honor it, and those are not the same thing. Someone can recognize that you are supportive, loyal, understanding, emotionally intelligent, and still not treat you the way you deserve to be treated. Not because your value is hidden, but because recognition does not automatically create respect. That's why overproving yourself becomes dangerous. The more you try to convince someone to value you, the more emotionally exhausted you become. You start performing instead of existing naturally. You start overextending yourself emotionally. You start shrinking parts of yourself to maintain connection. And eventually, you stop asking whether the relationship is healthy for you and start focusing only on whether you can make it work. That shift changes everything. Woman to woman, healthy relationships do not require constant convincing. You should not have to repeatedly explain why honesty matters, why consistency matters, why communication matters, why respect matters. A person who values you will naturally move with consideration, not perfectly, but intentionally, and intention changes behavior. A lot of women become trapped in emotionally one-sided dynamics because they confuse effort with self-sacrifice. They believe that if they keep showing up, eventually the other person will match their energy. But sometimes the other person becomes comfortable receiving what they never planned to reciprocate. And that realization can hurt because it forces you to stop romanticizing potential and start looking at patterns. Patterns tell the truth, not promises, not temporary effort, not emotional speeches during moments of fear or distance. Consistency tells the truth. Woman to woman, you have to stop trying to convince people to choose you correctly. If someone constantly needs reminders about your value, they are not aligned with you because the right people do not need endless convincing to treat you with care. And once you understand that, you stop chasing validation from people who only appreciate you when access becomes limited. You stop trying to earn what should already be mutual. Ask yourself this: are you being valued, or are you constantly trying to prove why you should be? Because those are two very different experiences. And one of them will slowly drain your self-worth if you stay there too long. Woman to woman, you should never have to audition for a role you already qualify for. If you've ever been called a wicked woman for finally choosing yourself, this podcast is for you. This is Wicked Women Wednesday, Woman to Woman. Follow me at Oluwadosofe so you don't miss the next episode.